Well, we turn our attention, yes, continuing with the permanent voter card collection. Now we'll get to hear from Liberal Soshama, a legal practitioner, but he has been out there, so we'll get the benefit of his experience today. Thank you for coming on this morning.
My pleasure, always.
Would you have, first of all, tell us in what capacity? Did you just go to seek to collect your permanent voter card and that's it?
No, I have been a volunteer working with INEC in Zone 2 under Koshofe, because the local governments are divided into zones. Zone 2 comprises of Bagada, Sholui, Ifako, and Environ. But I can tell you that it's not been encouraging. It's not been encouraging. So many cards, but the process, the bureaucracy for collection, and because also the cards came on Thursday. A lot of people have been waiting for this card, but the card finally arrived on Thursday, and they started distribution on Friday afternoon by 2. And then on Saturday, the staffs in Koshofe, the ad hoc staffs, INEC ad hoc staffs in Koshofe, all of them done 2s, on the allegation that they had not been paid their allowances. And so for the whole of Saturday, there was no INEC official on ground. We were on the feed. There were so many people, because it was a weekend, so many people ready to collect their PVCs, but there was nobody. We had to write down names of those that were around so that we could sort cards anytime they come. And then we even sent SMS to the resident electoral commissioner to say, this is what is happening. Your staffs are not here. From the information we gathered at the local government, because we went to the local government to verify, they were all there. And the ad hoc staff said the allowances had not been paid. And this REC responded to say that that's not true, that they were sorting cards. And so for me, I felt it would have been easier for the REC to go do on the spot assessment, verifying these allegations, because I don't think SMS would be the only SMS he received that day. Even in K2, also there were protests by some voters who, on that same Saturday, who were waiting for INEC officials to come distribute PVCs. Yesterday, the whole process was, if you get there, it's like a madhouse. I pray that, we don't lost lives in the process of trying to collect these PVCs. Because what basically is happening, the cards are sorted according to polling units. In Zone 2, you have about 70-something polling unit 001 to 07 something. And of these 70-something polling units, about 30 polling units are still not available. And they had asked them to come back on Thursday, and the collection will end on Sunday. And for the ones...
Just a moment. The PVCs are not available because they just re-registered, or...? The
PVCs, those ones, there were some centers they said were 0 registration. So for those ones they said are not available now, that they should check back on Thursday. There are some that are available for 2014, but because of the procedure, they can't even collect. Some, the form for verifications are not even available, and so you can't give out cards without verifications. And so for the ones that are available, they are packed in according to polling units. And so the first step would be you identify the cards, and then you sort from the packs of cards. You sort it out, and then you give to the INEC official, who will verify that the owner of that TVC is actually the person that is here to collect the PVC. And so he will record, and then he will take your fingerprint before they will hand over the cards to you. What we did on Sunday, because of the massive crowd, so we begged the lady, we said, look, let's help you to sort this card. I will look for about 10 people who I can vouch for. We'll collect the names of these people, and then we'll begin to sort the cards according to polling units. So we'll collect polling unit 001. For those that were around, we'll sort those cards. But for security reasons, they insisted that INEC staff must be the one to register and verify. That they cannot allow those of us who are volunteers to do. And so a situation where you have 10 people sorting cards for just one person, because it's one notebook that they must register all the cards on. And so you have 10 people sorting cards for just one person to register. At the point, we had about more than 200 cards sorted, but when you have one person doing the registration, the process was just cumbersome, and you had so many people outside who have collected their names, who were waiting to collect their cards. Some of them ended up not collecting cards that day.
So,
and at the end of the day, I even had to call in the police from the division office close to that place.
Why?
Because there was no provision for security. There was no provision for security. In fact, they came in Danfo bus. Some of the people there said INEC would not leave on that day. So we had to, because I know most of them, since I live in the area, we had to appeal to them that they were going to come back the next day, which was yesterday.
Were these challenges reported to INEC?
INEC staff was there. I said on Saturday.
I mean, the resident electoral commission?
No, the staff, because what happened is that they have one permanent staff, and the rest of them, about 4 other people, were ad hoc staffs. And so for this first ad hoc staff, it wasn't even enough, because when they started the distribution of PVCs in, was it late October or November, they were doing the distribution at the polling units. So it was easier. So when they decided, after the expiration of that window, they moved the distribution to local government centers. At that time in Koshofe, most of the cards were not even available. And so when the cards came, they said, okay, everybody should come to local government, and the crowd was overwhelming. So that was when INEC decided, okay, let us create zones. So for Zone 2, go to Ifako Comprehensive to collect your card. And Zone 2 has about 70-something polling unit. For me now, since the time is too short, why can't INEC resort back to that old method of distributing cards at the polling unit? Because you will have less crowds to manage at the polling unit, since there is no time, because it will be difficult. If anybody is believing that INEC will extend this process beyond on the 8th, I don't see it, it's not feasible.
You see INEC dealing with labor issues as well. I mean, because if you say that for a whole day, that's a Saturday, which was supposed to be a work-free day, a lot of people would have had time to collect their cards. Workers refused to come to work because they have not been paid, and they were protesting that. Do you think that we're at a crossroads here? I'm
a worker, and so I don't believe that a worker's wages should be withheld. And so if the man at the top, like your guy at the top, if they are entitled to their wages, I don't see why the laborer, the ad hoc staff that is doing the distribution, I don't see why you should withhold this. It's peanuts. And so also, INEC have been complaining that we are short of manpower. And some of us had said, look, if you are ready, we are ready to volunteer, even for 2 weeks, to ensure that people don't pay us. We are ready to volunteer our time.
Therein lies the problem, because if we have, I mean, this is not without prejudice to the people who are ad hoc staff and deserve their wages, they deserve their allowances.
Yes.
But if we are looking at a situation whereby the credibility of you know, an election conducting body is at stake, you know, almost like the success of this is in their hands through very small tasks as distributing permanent voter cards. Do you think that they understand the enormity of the responsibility they carry?
I don't think INEC understands the enormity of this responsibility.
No, not INEC. The individuals.
The individuals
are volunteering as ad hoc staff.
No, these are not volunteers. They were employed as ad hoc staffs. And INEC, right from the time that we know, even FEDECO, they had always used ad hoc staffs, because they will tell you that the only time they have pressures is during the election process. And so they don't have any business keeping, you know, most of these hands that will not work for the next 4 years. And so during a registration and electioneering period, there's need for them to employ more hands on ad hoc basis. And so if you're employing these people on ad hoc basis, also there should be a window for volunteers.
For instance,
who are ready to do these things.
When I say,
FOC.